Ho, ho, ho. What's up, guys? What's going on? Chaos Awakens. What's happening, y'all? What's happening, y'all? So, guys, we have a special guest today, and that is Loki, the god of deception and trickery. So, this is my 12-inch Loki figure that I purchased to play with my nephew. Um, his arms do go straight up. They go to the side, but they won't bend at the elbow, which kind of sucks. He does have a built-on. It's permanently built on, but he does have the crown. He does have the cape, which is great. He can do the splits, which I don't understand why God's going to want to do the splits, but okay. But so the legs do move sideways, and he can bend down like that. I do plan on buying more of him, different versions, if you will. I apologize for earlier's interruption. I tried to refresh the screen, and it was a complete and utter disaster. So, I am going to practice my UK accent while on here. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows why he has a British accent? Loki. You know what? Let's Google it. Because, of course, it's online. It has to be true. Why does Loki have a British accent? Okay, so the actor, the actor, you see, the actor that plays Loki is Tom Hiddleston, and Tom Hiddleston is British. So, simply put, he uses his accent on there. I don't quite understand. Um, um, I don't know. I guess I didn't make I didn't make the film, so but they could have gotten somebody else who did not speak British to play the role. But I think it's more than just speaking. It's be, becoming literally becoming that person, that fictionary character. So okay, now we have an answer. So Hiddleston is British, and that's why he speaks British. It kind of it it kind of seems like a silly reason, but it. I mean, I guess it works. It works. So you know, like my dad said, if it if it's not broken, don't fix it. Cheers, mates. And by the way, mate is a one for all name. It can mean male or female. Now, bloke is reserved for men. Now, I don't know if it's an insult. I have heard the word bird. Bird. Uh, Women refer to as birds. Bird. Um, but I can't remember if that's just Australian or. See, I've learned the Australian language and the UK language do kind of fold together, sort of, amongst other words and things of that nature. So I told my mom that I was feeling the live thing. I found a Santa hat, thanks to her. Wanted to sort of have the Christmas spirit, if you will. But I'm thinking we might be on here for a while. Oh, I did it again. I think I did it on the second one too. I don't know if I did on the second one. I need to share this to Facebook. My Samsung is being strange. It will show the apps, but it won't let me click on the apps. It's weird. So I'm not sure. This phone cost over $200. So, which is not much compared to an iPhone, but still, it should not be doing this. Okay, let's share this to Facebook. There we have it. We are now shared to Facebook. I think the hardest thing about learning a new accent is trying not to speak Uh, too slow, but not too fast, just right, and it's. You know. So I see one is in the building. Welcome. Um, this is Loki, Thor's stepbrother. So if you know in the movies and Loki, his series, he has a British accent. Now, this is my main character that I play uh, with my nephew. So I'm trying to embrace learning the English accent. I've always wanted to do it anyway, but so this gives me more of a reason. So I hope that you all have a proper Christmas, Merry Christmas. Um, thank you for being here, being here. Um, so Chaz mates, which I learned earlier that mate is an all around word that can, even if it's a girl, a girl who's a friend, you can say mate. Now, bloke means man, but yeah. So I'm trying to slowly learn the British accent. So I'm from Texas, Texas, born in Fort Worth, Texas. So, gee, yeah, it's taken a little bit um, of a try for sure. It makes it easier if you're trying to play an actual fictional character, but trying to, it's like trying to play a role in a movie. Me and my nephew, we sit and we use our imaginations and we make up stories and we take these guys and we just do things with them. Fun things like one is a necromancer, dragon. The dragon brought back to life Sam Walton, who is the who started Walmart Industries back in the day. So that's how deep we get into stuff. We get into some weird stuff like this, or like that. So it's fun. I'm 49. He's 22. He is autistic, and honestly, uh, he honestly is. If you want to go by book smart terms, that kid's smarter than me. That's no lie. Now he is, though, in some ways, like he's 6 years old, 7 years old. So that's the thing. Okay, and this is my nephew, and he really enjoys the role playing thing. So as an uncle that lives here, lives with him, I live with my niece, I live with my mom. I feel obligated to play with him, to because he's done that his whole life. He loves superheroes and things, and honestly, it not only helps him, I think helps me mentally as well to keep that big kid, alive in me. Chaz. Um, but I see there's somebody here, or I don't know, I think there's somebody here. If you didn't see earlier, there will be a, it might be January, but a night vision trail cam in the future. And it'll play at night, of course, night vision, and a record at night and we're going to be able to pick up raccoons that are around here, coyotes. I hear them yipping around here. There's coyotes, raccoons, bears, could be a mountain lion. Who knows? You know, it's cold weather, so I think the days of seeing snakes is quite over, quite done until spring, summer. So and deer and white-tailed deer, uh, beautiful animals. Now, sadly, we do have some predator that's eating chickens from time to time at my future brother-in-law's house, sister's house. So I'm hoping that, well, I hope no more chickens die. But if they have to, if one has to, I hope we catch them on the camera. That way we know what kind of trap, non lethal trap, to set for them so we can just trap them, put them in the back of the truck, haul them away miles and miles and miles down the road, and that's that. But we do live in the woods, so there are predators. There are predators. Uh, Coyotes have killed people in a group before, so um, they most of the time they're not much of a threat. But if they're really hungry, so I would just put it this way: I would not go out in these woods at night by myself without a gun. The best thing you could do would be to not go in the woods in the first place. Um, that way, you don't end up having to shoot a coyote, but because you were kind of pretty much in his backyard. That's especially at night. In the daytime, you're pretty safe, but at night, that's just kind of dumb and just troublemakers, sort of. Now, the land belongs to my future brother-in-law. Um, we rent here um, from them for an obscenely cheap amount of rent every month. So we are blessed and very thankful. But if you have any questions about Loki, um, ask me. I honestly need to learn more about his staff. What uh, power? What powers do? What powers? What powers? What power? I say that. What powers? What powers the staff? What powers the staff has? Well, that's that's why we have Google, right? What powers does Loki's staff have? I'm so sorry, guys. Excuse me. Okay, now this is staff, but they refer to it as the scepter. So it says has many powers, including controlling minds, firing energy blast, teleportation, astral projection, whoa, mental communication, turning off portals, hiding an AI. It contains a powerful AI. Thanos, which is a big, ugly freak, originally gave the scepter to Loki to help him locate the Tesseract. If you do not know, the Tesseract is a cube with power beyond belief. It's dangerous, to say the least. And conquer Earth after the Battle of New York. Hydra confiscated the scepter and used it to give extraordinary powers to Wanda and Pietro Maximoff. What? Maximoff? I've never heard of that person, but anyway. So, yeah, it's dangerous. But, yeah, see, it says controlling minds, things like that. So, the SEPTA does more than I thought it did by itself. Now, when I purchased this 12-inch action figure of Loki, it did not come with, besides the permanent crown and the cape, it did not come with a scepter, which I will have to buy myself, which is fine. But I'm definitely geeking out, thanks to my nephew, and I do thank him for it because it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. What is it they say? Novelty. I do suffer from depression, anxiety, several things. And novelty in your life helps. Rather it be using your imagination, buying a brand new action figure, a graphic T-shirt, cosplay, what have you, checkers, just anything like that helps you to realize that helps you to not take life quite so serious. Now, if anybody's listening to this, and you hear me trying to use the British accent, if you have any pointers, please don't hesitate to tell me. I am great at taking a constructive criticism, not mean criticism, but constructive. Nice. It's like you have to be careful of not mixing, and I find it's very easy to mix the Australian accent and the British accent together. Like in Australia, and in the UK, they both say mate, but they do, but only in Australia do they say good day, mate, good day, good day. You know, they don't say that in the UK as far as I know. But yeah, anything I can do to speed this up, that would be great. But I think in the end, it's just practice, 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 practice. Especially when you have ADHD, uh, which is it's like a chemical imbalance in the brain. It's just a natural thing that you just happen to be fortunate enough to get when you were born. And I don't want to come off like a stuck up. Like some. It seems like I hear some uh, English people, British people talking, and they just sound so snobbish. And I definitely don't want to sound like that. Uh, so so Christmas is coming up. Um, if there's anybody watching, do you have a favorite superhero? Uh, like it could be the Black Panther. It could be Wonder Woman, um, Poison Ivy, the Joker, which is not a good or bad. You know, the Dark Knight, you know, Batman, Superman, Flash, the Thing, the Hulk, Loki, Thor, Odin. Just the list goes on and on and on and on and on. I'm sort of I'm trying to use what I do when I'm trying to sing. If I if I think I hear I hear something that sounds like I'm trying to learn the accent, British accent, I immediately shut that down and I say it again because I want it to sound proper. Um, some people might say it's an insult to try to uh, speak it, even though I'm not it. But I'm not the kind of guy that will try to convince someone that I am British because I'm not. I will say, "Hey, man, I was born in Texas." That quick as heck. I'll just be like, "Look, no, I'm not trying to pull the wool over nobody's eyes. I'm just trying to have a little novelty in my life. That's all it is. Simple as that. You got that one lady, and she swears up and down she is a African American woman. No, she's not. She is nowhere near a black woman. She's not. She's not. And people do this all the time. Oh, I'm black, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, no, you're fake, and you need to be real. It's okay to try to get an accent down or something, but don't actually try to convince somebody that you're actually that when you're not. No, no. I mean, it may sound crazy to some people, but I do want to get to where that's just all I do. I just speak the English accent. If somebody wants to know what I really sound like, I'll just be like this. Hey, man, my name's Tony. What's going on? That's what I actually sound like. Do something here real quick. We'll raise this seat up a little. There we go. All right. I'm going to swing my feet back and forth because I've had 2 blood clot scares just in this year alone. So I do not want to die anytime soon. And the last blood clot I had was about a foot long. It went from the top of my calf muscle to the ankle. And I was in ICU, and I thought I quite possibly could have died. It's not a joke. It's bad. And so I definitely, like right now, I'm swinging my legs back and forth like a little kid, like a little person on a little person or child on a tailgate on a pickup truck. But it's I take Eliquis, which is blood thinner. So it helps to, of course, keep the blood thin, keep the blood thinner, so it can't coagulate and create another blood clot. I have to be careful though, because if I get cut real bad, I can bleed out before the ambulance even gets here. I can't have no more garlic, no more garlic, no more vitamin K, which rather sucks because vitamin K is in spinach. It is in basic lettuce. I love a good, just giant chef salad. Can't have it anymore. So, but I'm alive. That's the cool. That's the cool thing. So if you hear any squeaking, it's just swinging my legs and my wheelchair is squeaking. You guys can't see, but behind you, you can tell there's light shining by Loki's face. It's rather pasty looking. Behind is full 16-ounce drinking water bottles that were drinking, that I drank and refilled with tap water. I have one is blue, one is green, one is yellow, one is red from food coloring, and it looks rather cool. I'm thinking of trying to make some kind of art out of something like this. It just looks rather cool. So I know that somebody's probably watching, so I quite appreciate it. I'm going to try to stay on here for quite some time, because the later in time it gets, more chance I have of having someone come on. Now, a lot of them may be trolls and twats, but what trolls do not realize, maybe they do, I don't, I'm not sure, but that it only takes 30 seconds of view time to be considered a view. So when they come in, I want you guys to realize, if you're fairly new to YouTube YT, don't take it personal. Don't get angry. Just let them blah 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 talk to let them do the lollygagging. Lollygagging is just running your jaw, running your mouth in British terms. So just let them lollygag, be a bunch of twats, and you just sit there and laugh and enjoy and rake in the watch time, the watch hours. It took me quite a while to learn how to be patient and not to fight back, because that is our natural reaction. Well, it's either fight or flight response. I'm a Brown, and in my family, we don't run from anything. Some people might get bullied and just shut everything down and give up. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Because when you do that, you just let them get their way. And don't give them the satisfaction. Cheers. Cheers, mates. Let us see if we have anyone watching. I think there's one. And not in the chat, but in the that is watching. Yes, we have one watching. Thank you for watching. There's one thing that I'm a little disappointed in is X. Okay, now it was Twitter, and then Elon Musk changed it into X. And what's messed up is when it was Twitter, I was fine. I could share all day long, no problems at all. But when it became X, they literally want you to pay money. So I got banned from X because I wasn't willing to pay money just to share something. So yeah, I miss Twitter because there's not a lot of places to share. There's like Reddit, Tumblr. Tumblr is more for like blog, like British a B blogging. Um, so not the greatest place to share. Not the greatest place to share. Um, Reddit. Eh, um, so my favorite place is just the old reliable FB, Facebook. I am wondering. It is it is 3:41. I gotta do something. Shoot. Okay, my sister, uh, my future brother-in-law, my niece, my nephew went to Branson, Missouri, Silver Dollar City to look at Christmas lights. They have a lot of chickens, so they asked if my mom would let them back in their cages ignite tonight. Now, I would go myself, so I send my mom, but it's rained and I can't go out there without getting stuck. Um, um, I have to go remind my mom about the situation. She has to go do that. I'll be right back, okay? I'm just going to mute you real fast, and I promise I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to remind my mother about. She has to let those chickens back in. Guys, we live out in BFE, middle of nowhere. Nowhere with Eustace Bass. You know, the whole Courage the Cowardly Dog thing. Um, oh, boy. But yeah, I have those bottles up here. They have dye in them, like red, blue, green, yellow, and they're just the sun from the window is shining through them, and it looks pretty neat, actually. Um, so, and I was looking at that, and I thought, you know what? A person could get a little piece of trim, like fill the bottles all the way across this different dyes. Make sure you skip the colors all the way across, and then get a little piece of trim, glue it on top of those bottles, and then glue the other bottles on top of those bottles, and you can have like a over a foot tall wall there in front of your window. The bottom part of the window that would just glow. I think it would look play cool, play cool. Nah, it's more like a Billy Idol thing there. But I'm sitting there thinking, because of the light, all I have is a party bulb in here. I don't have a light. I have a party bulb and a purple bulb. I hope, well, yeah, it'll be enough light because I have my light in my room shining here. I'm trying to think of, are you guys going to be able to see me if I decide to pull up? Pretty long. We are 49 minutes and 44 seconds in. So we've got we're close to 2 hours of time today that we've put in. I figure since there's really nothing else I can do, at least I could come in and talk to you guys. Um, hmm. Tell you the world right now is really crazy politically, racially, so the things that I say that I don't want to talk about. So, which we're not. I'm just kind of saying real quick. The world is definitely crazy right now. Let's just stick with that. Let's just say that crazy. Um, Now, inflation, though, damn it. The inflation needs to go down, needs to deflate some because people are just struggle. When people say the struggle's real, this is beyond struggle. This is ludicrous. Food prices, fuel prices, basic goods are just through the freaking roof, and it's ridiculous. So I hope, you know, and I won't mention his name, Trump. I was going to vote for him. I feel like nearly getting your head blown off does change a man's mind a little bit. So that's all I'm going to say about the politic thing. But I hope that he, in the House of Representatives and blah blah blah, 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 all those guys get together, the committee, all them people, and they fix this stuff because poor have gotten poorer. And I mean, And then some of the middle class have dropped down to the poor level. People that used to not really understand that much about what it was like to really, really struggle now know what it's like to really, really struggle. Which in a way is good because they know, my God, man, if I need to start treating people with a little more respect, just because maybe they don't drive as fancy a car as I do, they're not scum. I'm being scum because I'm treating them different. But it just needs to go. Yeah, we need to. Yeah. I hope things get better soon. Now I'm on SSI, and I will get a 2.5% raise, cost of living raise, January 2025, which is good. But my dream is to either, there's a couple of dreams. One is to either become a professional country singer or a professional YouTuber, big YouTuber. I want to get off of SSI. I don't like being on it. This place right here, Walmart, I got off SSI. I worked so hard. I actually remember I called them and said, I don't need the check no more. You can have it. And I was so proud of myself. It was such a great feeling. And then the wheelchair messed up and had to go right back on it. Why I don't like it is because I am taking taxpayers' money. Now, obviously, you can tell that this isn't a fake thing. This is muscular dystrophy. There is no cure for this yet. This is serious. I'm in a wheelchair. I've been in one for over a decade. I'm not using the system. I didn't ask for this yet. Some people do use the system, and shame on them for doing it. If you don't need it, take your butt to work. Me, between the mental things that the physical things has caused from having a nervous breakdown, all kinds of things. I know you guys don't look at me like, oh, this guy's he's just using people, taking everybody's taxpayer money. And I know you guys don't look at me like that because look at him. You can't do anything about it. There's just, I can't. Like my hands, dexterity is crap. I mean, I can't even take typing lessons. I can't even do office work. Yeah, it is what it is with me. Until they find a cure, and I hope they do. But that, even if I worked at McDonald's, that would be a dream to me. Like if they fixed my body, I could walk around again. Even that would be a dream. Even if I worked at McDonald's, I would be so happy to work there because I could walk there. It would be great. Not trying to get anybody's sympathy or none of that kind of crap. I don't want that. But you could imagine being in my shoes. You could imagine that. I think we'll put Loki down for now. And there we go again, seeing the room. There we go. So, let me see something. There we go. All right. Kind of seeing the toilet in the background. I don't really want to see that. There we go. Okay. So it's the 14th. It's pretty much 10 days till Christmas. Pretty much 10 days till Christmas. Oh my gosh. No, 10, 11, that area. So, hoping we'll get some people in that want to talk. Um, appreciate you being here. So don't take that as like I don't appreciate you because I do. Uh, just getting the itch torn. Talk to somebody, even if it's a troll. I don't even care. I'd be like, I love you too. Screw you. I love you. So that's how you got to treat those guys like that. You just be so nice, kill them with kindness. Just be so nice that they literally makes them sick, or they have to leave. They're gonna leave just because they can't stand it because they're not winning. It's funny. I, I love that. I love that when you're so nice to them. They're trying every way in the world to make you mad. You're like, and I usually instantly take them off. I'm gonna quit doing that. I'm gonna let them stay there and talk their crap, so I can get more view time, or we can. To me, I consider the Chaos Awakened is a family channel for all of us here and you guys as well. Um, now, I know some of us don't know each other from Adam and definitely don't consider each other family, but I definitely will treat you guys as that, as family, if as long as everybody's respectful to each other, then that's all that matters. It's kind of going out the window, hasn't it? The whole respect thing. It's like memes. I was watching Daz games, and you wouldn't believe how many 9/11 jokes, memes, and everything there were. And I'm like, and he's like, do we just not care anymore? Do people just not give a shit? And the answer is, yeah, no, a lot of people don't care. A lot of people could care less. Anybody but themselves. So, just the truth. Like, I want to make it on YouTube again. We had over 1,000 subscribers. We were monetized, but we never downed anybody. We never screwed anybody over to get where we was at. We worked hard, kept our nose to the grindstone, and we just used our imaginations, and we did what we could, and we made it. So many people, hundreds of people, were like, "You're never going to get monetized." Ha! We did. So don't tell me that. You tell me that I can't do something, I'm just going to try 10 times as hard. That's how I roll. Literally. Do, 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 do. An hour and 1 minute and 40 seconds. Mm. Ooh, man. Well, crap. I don't think what else to say, really. You know, I know it's kind of a dumb thing to say. Honestly, it's, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's nearly 2025. Yeah, but 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 really, for real, it's hard for me to believe that, and I think part of that is knowing that, well, I'm 49, so I mean, I was alive when Biggie got shot, Tupac got shot, Kurt Cobain either took himself out or somebody took him out. Um, all that stuff back then, I was there, and now it's 2025. That was like 93, 4, 5, and now it blows my mind. It blows my mind, and I see people that are way under 20. Like it's 2025, so just take that away. I mean, just take. I see people way under 25 wearing Nirvana shirts and things like this that were nowhere near a thought when those guys were around. I was there, and it's like, it's what makes me. It makes me feel older than I actually am. I mean, 49 is not young, but it's not 90 and stuff. I can imagine being like Mick Jagger. Imagine how different the world looks to him. Or Morgan Freeman, any of those guys. Jeez. And he's seen some messed up stuff. I guarantee in his time. He's definitely up there in age. I guarantee in his time, he's seen some bad stuff done to his people. But anyway, don't want to get off on that either. It never fails, honestly. You stay on for a while. You stay on over an hour, and they see that you're like pushing it the hours. And it gets a little later. It never fails. It's like getting Gizmo on the Gremlins wet. You going live. It just brings them out, brings out the trolls. And honestly, we do need some serious watch time. I mean, we are in bad need. We're only like 2 point something hours right now. It's not good. So we definitely need some watch time. But you guys are doing amazing by being here. You are, my friend. So thank you so much. It's true what they say. No man is an island unto himself. It's true. People can say that crap all day long. Yeah, I'm an army of one. Like, you're a freaking idiot. Because that's not a thing. That's not a thing. It has never been a thing and never will be a thing. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're always going to need somebody for something down the road. I mean, you may mostly be taking care of your own, but you got to think about it. It's just like you work for a company. You need that company to work for to make that paycheck to help you live. You just can't get around it. It's true. You're not to yourself. It's not a thing. Can't stand people say that. It's so silly. It's so dumb. It's just so dumb. Come on, guys. Oh, gosh. Let me show some love to the person that's in here. Lots of hearts. There we go. That's for you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got, pretty sure we got one in the stream. So yeah, usually, I'll be honest with you, I'm 49. Usually in a wheelchair, it's cold outside. The wheelchair van doesn't, that wheelchair part doesn't work. There's nowhere to drive to besides to a mailbox through a horrible dirt road in my chair and trying to get run over. So honestly, I kind of end up in my bed like 5 o'clock most nights, not sleeping, but to watch TV and chill out and relax and start closing down the night. But tonight, just something is, I want to, something's telling me to definitely stay on longer. Yeah, that was my nose popping. I don't know what happened to me when my nose pops, but it does. It's the weirdest crap I've ever seen on an official thing like that. I don't know. Now, I think I have a nice face. Now, I was thinking about doing something because I feel like I'm just forever going to be like a teenager kind of in my mind. But like, you know how people get piercings? Like they'll get a piercing right here in their nose, right? I don't understand that because how you going to clean your nose, right? How you going to do that? But I saw a guy on, what was it? What do you call those guys? Yeah, Twin Paranormal, right here. This is like right here. It goes right here. It goes in here, just right here. And it goes through this part of the nose and not the other side. I thought about getting one of those. But if there's anybody out here and you heard that, tell me what you think. When it was the 90s, my sister talked me into getting my tongue pierced, and I was like, oh, cool. So I do have a scar there. I've had my tongue pierced. I've had 9 earrings in each ear. I did the goth thing for a while in the 90s. But I don't want my tongue pierced. I don't, not anymore. But I thought about, it would be something that would stand out. It would be out of the way. Because when you get a tongue piercing, you always got to watch out because you could crack a tooth. You could, the ball could come loose. You could choke on it. It just is in the way, kind of. You know what I mean? It's your tongue. So with pulling right here, it's not really going to be in the way. It's just going to be there. Just to see people do they do the loop thing. I'm talking about just like a stainless steel bar going through each side. It's just a stainless steel ball. Simple as that. But I don't know how they go through this. Must have it's just a special tool or whatever. I think I'd like to do that. I love tattoos. Like this is my Chevy tattoo that I got because, well, my whole life, we pretty much had Chevy trucks, stuff like that. I want to get it done. It's not done. It doesn't look as cool as it should. And I got the flames, which you can barely see now. But from there, that was supposed to be a whole sleeve. I had a guy who, him and his wife were at a motel, and he had the whole kit with him. He had a nice briefcase full of clean needles, gloves, professional kit right in his briefcase. He did it for me, and I came by to have him finish it, and he freaking took off with my money. So take my advice. When you go get a tattoo, just go to the tattoo shop, or make sure you have a friend you can trust, because this guy totally screwed me over, and I've lived with this tattoo for much over a decade. I'm like, man, you're sorry, bro. I was messed up. I mean, I literally paid him the whole amount up front like an idiot. So that's my fault for being that gullible. You know, some people, it's like I try to get a read on people. Most of the time, I got a pretty good beat on people, what they're like. This guy, you know, maybe he was just really charismatic and I didn't see it. There's something about him. I just trusted him and shouldn't have done it. So yeah, don't do that. Oh gosh. You know, it would have been one thing if I would have paid him like, you know, the money that it took to do what he did. But I paid him everything up front, hundreds of dollars. And you know that's how they make their living, right? And you know that one of these days, karma is going to catch up with him and somebody's going to whoop that. You know what? Oh, hi, dude. Remember when you stole my money? Did finish my tattoo? Oh, pow! It's going to happen. You can only do people dirty for so long. And, oh, yep. I know about that. I was a teenager once. I did stupid crap. I know what the karma's all about. People might not think it's real, but I believe it's real. Whatever it is, I'm not saying it's magic, but it's what goes around comes around. And I'm not saying all the time, because sometimes people get away with it till the grave. They get away with it, and they just got lucky. They got lucky. Well, here we sit, folks. Here we sit. Uh, oh boy. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, 414. You know, like right now in my mind, I'm fighting that whole, oh crap, I need to do this and that and move this over here, move this to my bed, and you know, especially in a wheelchair, right? When you go to bed, it's not just going to bed. There's things that, like, I have a little bitty Coca-Cola refrigerator that plugs into the wall, and it sits on the side of my bed or on my bed, so I can have a Mountain Dew in the morning to get my old stuff going. I have my snacks over there. I have everything close to me that I need because, well, I can't just jump up and walk over it somewhere. I gotta get up, scoot all the way in the chair, get the chair going, go to get the thing, come back, get out of the chair. It's just a pain in the ass. It is. So, yeah, you gotta. But, oh man. 416. 416. One second, let me do something here. Loki back over here. Kill the wall there. Oh man. Yeah. Merry Christmas early to whoever is watching. And I mean that. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm hoping that the right person was chosen. I'm just going to go that far. We're going to kind of, on the outskirts, say something like, I hope the right person was chosen to lead the country. That's all I'm going to say. Because we need help, guys. We need help. We need so much help. Well, I'm going to excuse myself for one moment. I'm going to mute this, and I'm going to put "be right back." I'm going to mute this, and I'll be right back. All right. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so that. Well, it's crazy. Like it's like around an hour gets here. It's yeah. Well, we're digging up close to an hour and a half here. But like starts getting kind of a little hard to come up with things to just talk about. And I think about it now, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, we're talking probably 7 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. I was doing 24-hour challenges. I only did two of them, but I got through it. That would kill me now, I think. I guess it's just age, right? I guess it's just age. Oh man, it's 422. I missed 420. I'm being bad Santa, all right. Yeah. Oh boy. I guess we can take the BRB off there. Welcome to the dark side. Yeah, this is messing with my head. This is so weird. It's like when you're in your 20s, you just change when you get older. When I was in my 20s, there's no way in heck I went to bed at 5 o'clock and got all settled in for when I do go to sleep later. No freaking way. Now it's different, but I don't know. So I don't know. I mean, it's weird. I've been a little up and down on my opinion of YouTube lately, as far as am I going to hang do this or not? Because it's like yesterday, watch hours were 2.7. Today, 2.2. So but they do fluctuate. So that's what you always got to come back to thinking to the realization of the algorithm. Things are just going to go up and down. It's just how it goes. You just got to stick in there and grin and bear it, suffer through it. Mental torture, a little bit, a little mental torture, just a little. Yeah, but my Halloween thing is awesome, but doesn't go with Christmas. Uh, can't really help it right now. I don't have nothing else. Let's, when did I get up this morning? Yeah, I've been up since 7 a.m. this morning. Honestly, when I can, I sleep till like 9:30. Really don't have much of a thing going on, to be honest with you. I mean, I have a life, but it's not the most exciting one, which is a lot of us, if we're honest with ourselves. We go to work, come home, we crash because we're so tired from work, and then you guys just you don't have the energy to do nothing else. Go to sleep, get up, and do it again. It's like Groundhog Day here too. I just don't go to work. I mean, this kind of is my sort of work here. Is just I don't know. It's like I don't have a physical job besides like I have an online kind of thing here. I think this is sort of like a job, but not making a living with it yet. But um, but just being me and the things I go there every day in this chair and everything like that. It's yeah. Believe me, I'd rather be working 9 to 5 than have this stuff. Yeah. It sucks, but it's all right. Mm-hmm. I'll be so blue, just thinking about you. I'm messing around. I'll have well, about you. I can sing Elvis pretty good when I want to. I'm just messing around right now. Yeah, this is messing with my internal clock right now. Oh my god! I keep looking at the clock. It's nearly 5. It's nearly 5. It's coming there. 5's pretty soon. What are you doing, man? Get in bed. Get ready. But if I'm gonna keep going, I'm just gotta keep on going. Um, what does this say right here? It's got this. Here. Okay, start a poll, start a Q&A. Bah humbug. I'm kidding. Nah, it's not now or now. No moderation activity because I do not have moderators. Don't need them. Don't get me wrong, moderators can be great. But you get the wrong moderator. I mean, you literally, when you get a moderator, you're giving that person power over your channel. So you really gotta let that soak in. And there's 2 levels of moderator now. There's a basic moderator, then there's the one that has all the smoke, and they can ruin you. So that's where you have to be careful. The moderators have been there, done that. I don't even have one person that I know I can fully trust. No, 2. And I would give them a moderator thing, but that's it. Other than that, no. You need to be able to trust this person like, I mean, a true blue friend, like a family member. You need to be able to trust them. A lot of people just throw around moderators, giving people moderator wrenches like they're nothing. Not realizing what they're doing is they could be setting themselves up for disaster. Or you might get lucky and they never pull any shady crap. But they could. Because people will pull some shady shit. Sometimes. I just find it better not to have, really, besides those two, not happening. It's just better that way. I mean, a lot of people think YouTube's it's so easy. Oh, you're just sitting there and doing nothing. Well, there is editing, there's dealing with trolls, there's a lot to do. It is a job. It is a job. It's no different than going and like in a cubicle and typing up stuff or whatever. It's the same thing. It's like an office job. Um, with trolls. Now, I would say if you're a telemarketer, it's kind of like YouTube because you do talk to people who will chew your, out and say horrible, horrible things to you. Actually, was one of those for a while. The telemarketer selling vacations to go look at timeshares in places like the only one I can remember, Orange Beach, Alabama. So you go on their little vacation and they're trying to sell you a timeshare. That's what the deal was. And I got really good at it too. Now, we were calling people at home until 9 o'clock at night. That I didn't like. That's when I got my butt chewed out because you don't have any business calling anybody that late at freaking night. People are eating dinner. I didn't agree with that part, but it was my job. That's all I had, so I did it. But I got to where I was selling just as much or more vacations than anybody, and I was kicking butt. And I was like a natural at it. Once I got going, it just kicked in. And one day, boss walks in and says, "We're closing down. We're all not fired, but we're all it's kind of the same thing, but we're all laid off. Clean out your desks, hit the door. That's it. We'll send you your last paycheck in the mail. Bye bye." And yeah, it was at Bella Vista, Arkansas. Cooper Communities. It was in the lower part of the building, the very bottom. Very nice office to work in. Very nice. It was a pretty cool job, really. There was a convenience store right across the road. You ever need something to drink? There was bathrooms inside, nice bathrooms with vending machines and coffee. And so it was a pretty good gig for what it was. I got laid off of it. It really sucked because I was doing pretty decent. And I went to work for Tony C's Taxi Service. Yellow minivans. Crappy yellow minivans. I made just enough money to fill the gas tank back up, which was our job. It's like renting a U-Haul. Use the gas, you fill it back up. So I had to fill up the gas tank every night. And I went home with enough money. No, I went home with no money. I went home with a deep dish DiGiorno pizza from Walmart and a 2-liter cold bottle of Coke. That's it. Yeah. Definitely went downhill from the job I had over there. Cooper Communities, Bella Vista. Yeah, it was a nice place. actuators. I don't know if you saw them, but they have these transformers now that actually, Transformer toys actually transform themselves now. Not all of them, but there's some you can buy and they transform themselves. I mentioned this earlier, but I don't know if you're the same person. But yeah, crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to be real on the whole how far I push myself kind of thing because I am not in the shape I used to be in as far as being able to do this stuff for a long, long time. Can't believe it's Saturday and nobody's come on and said anything. It blows my mind. I know we're a small channel, but jeez. We are plagued by one troll from time to time. He just likes to come in and say bad things about me that aren't true and just likes to say stuff. So I'm like, and I every now and then I'm like, I really hope none of the subscribers are believing this crap. I'm like, I'm a good dude. I try not to hurt anybody's feelings. I try the best I can. You know, be a good person, and it's definitely don't deserve that. But I mean, honestly, you're gonna get trolled on YouTube. If you never get a troll on YouTube, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. They say when you get trolled, that means you're doing something right. That means they were threatened. That's why they're doing that. If they didn't feel threatened, they wouldn't do it. Hour and 40 minutes and 26 seconds. So we will start creeping into the time. The more hours you get, the later it gets. Ooh, boy. It'll go from calm and then storm. Oh, just crap. It happens. Then you just kind of have to roll with it. Calm before the storm. That's where we're at right now. Yeah. We're like in the center of the tornado. We're kind of like, we're in that really quiet, peaceful section. And then brrr, it'll happen. Guarantee. One second. I need to call my mother real fast. talk to my mom real fast. Nah, she didn't hear the phone. So. I will be right back, okay, my friend? Hey, didn't mean to be gone that long. Get to talking and let's look at we'll see if anybody's still on here. Come on. Yeah, it still says one watching, so thank you to whoever you are. Drink a Mountain Dew here. It's a little pep. Keep going here. Cheers, mate. My mom's a little about me going longer because she knows how much you can. I mean, it can be wicked. If you stay on for so many hours, it can take a toll on you. After a while. So see, one person's in the house. Thank you for being here. One person, there's another person watching. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas when it comes. So, question, my friend, thank you for coming into the live. I appreciate that. Now, the background, I know this isn't Christmassy. I don't have anything else right now. This is my bathroom. This is where I do my thing. This is my Halloween, shower curtain. Got the lights going on, but it's about the best I can get for right now. So let me ask you a question if you're willing to answer. Just give me one Christmas present that really sticks in your mind that you remember that you received. Any Christmas. It could be when you were a youngster, when you were a teenager, when you were older. You could be a teenager now. So, but is there any Christmas present that really sticks out? Something you couldn't believe you got. You were like amazed. I got this was the 80s, mind you, a brand new blue, big old bicycle with a banana seat. Now, banana seats back then, oh yeah. You didn't need a two-seater bike. You had it all in one. You could just, throw a friend on the back. Yeah. So that's what I remember, just off the top of my head. There's other presents I could think about. Mom and Dad spoiled me. I can definitely say that. But if you could think of something though that you would want to tell us, share to the world. If not, that's okay. We've been going live for an hour and 50. I think it's 8 minutes and 34 seconds. My vision is not the greatest. I'm 49. 48 ish. My vision started getting a little lax, which is normal. That's about the time when it usually happens normally. Sometimes earlier. You could be in your 20s and start losing vision. I was lucky enough to have it for, at least up till right at 48 and that. And in the 48, started messing up. Oh, no, okay. 1 hour and 54 minutes and 13 seconds. That's what it was. Now, I know this isn't the most exciting thing in the world. There's gamers playing exciting games. There's pretty women to look at. There's all kinds of things going on YouTube besides this. But I appreciate you being here. Now, this is called Chaos Awakens for a reason. if you look back on some of the videos, we have definitely blown some stuff up with fireworks. Now, there's going to be a lot more of that. There is going to be night vision, trail camera that we're going to be using, and we live in the sticks. So let me tell you what, you're going to see probably an owl for sure, owls. You're going to see raccoons. You're going to see coyotes, bears, possibly. You're going to see good see a mountain lion, deer, uh, maybe some snakes. Predators come out at night. Um, but yeah, so you guys can look forward to that. You can look forward to us taking firework mortars and taking something that's in one piece and making it go into several pieces. So yeah, so we have some entertainment coming y'all's way. Be patient, hang in there with us, and I will, and you will, you'll be glad you did. We're gonna get better. It's just takes a little time, to get everything going. Lately, I've done. You can see there's a few. Last ones we did were a few experiments. Baking soda, vinegar, basic stuff. Fun, but basic. It's pretty much the same thing. That's what you do when you're in elementary school. And I'm going to make a volcano erupt. That's what you use. Use food coloring, baking soda, and vinegar. Vinegar is an acid, has some acid in it. Has this. It's like an acidy. It's acidy, and then the baking powder is the base. And when you put them together, it creates carbon dioxide, not monoxide. Carbon monoxide will kill you. Carbon dioxide won't kill you unless you're being a dork and you make entirely too much and you put it in this little thing and it probably could, but yeah, carbon monoxide that's what comes out of your muffler. We don't want none of that. But we're safe. We're safe about things. Never had any accidents. I'm going to start investing in more mortars, longer fuses. I'm going to buy a roll of fuse. That way you don't have to light the fuse and my nephew doesn't have to run 100 miles an hour to get away from it. Now, usually the mortars, they have pretty good size fuses already. Probably like a 3-inch fuse. So you're pretty safe anyway, but better safe than sorry. So get some Mountain Dew Zero. So, chessmates. If there's any questions that you guys have for me, as a man, as a person in a wheelchair, as a person with muscular dystrophy, PTSD, Tourette's syndrome, anxiety, depression, I can keep going a little bit. Not a whole lot, but I got a few more things. It's like, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, poor me, but it's like life had a bucket. Let's see. Let's put this in here for him. This. Here you go. Just enough to make him snap a little bit. It's like God. So it is what it is. ADHD, IED, intermittent explosive disorder, which is there's 2 types of that stuff. One type is the bad kind. Is the very violent kind, where you maybe will smack your wife or drop kick your dog, punch your dog across the yard. That's the type I do not have. I feel bad for those guys because they didn't ask for that, but they still have to answer for their actions. Me, I just get mad. It's something small. Technology sets me off. That's one of my triggers. But I don't I never break anybody's stuff. If I ever break anything, it's something of mine, which is stupid. But when you're that mad, stuff happens. Um, and I never would ever physically hurt a person unless I was trying to defend my life. You know what I'm saying? So I got lucky on the toss of the coin, and I got the lesser kind, the kind that doesn't land me in prison and stuff. So yeah, I'm dealing with a few things, the muscular dystrophy, and I don't know. I'm older, so eyesight isn't what it used to be. It's crazy, but like I said, no, I ain't trying to get you guys so sorry for nothing. Just it's you have to laugh about it because when there's so many things you're dealing with, you have to laugh about it or you're gonna cry about it. So it's better to laugh about it. That's what I say. Um, now, I won't be doing this all the time, so you guys know. Um, Back in the day, I was monetized, me and my nephew, and I did two 24-hour streams. I did 10-hour streams, 8-hour streams. That I'm not going to get back into because it like to kill me. So I'm going to do one of these longer ones every now and then for you guys. Just to let you know I'm still here. I'm listening to you. You guys can talk to me if you want. I'm serious about that, guys. I mean, I know what it's like to have mental issues. I know what it's like to be physically incapable. I know what it's like to have my heart broke. I'm human, but I definitely have my share of things going wrong with me, and so that's kind of the reason I told you guys all that's wrong with me is that you guys can, if you guys have any of those, you can talk to me about it. Consider me like your older brother or something like that. Now, listen, I know people are freaking mean. And if you put your feelings out there, you're afraid. Some people are afraid they're going to pick on me, they're going to harass me, give me shit. And, screw them, to be honest, screw them. I know that's rather blunt, but screw them because they are just mean people with no common sense or empathy. So, you know, you can't help, you know, what you're, you can't help what you're given in life. You know, did I ask to be in a wheelchair? No. Or to have Tourette syndrome or PTSD or IED or da 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 da. None of that shit I asked for, but I got it. So you just got to deal with it the best you can, and you keep on rolling. Like me, I literally roll. And you got to look at the silver lining and shit. I always got a place to sit, VIP parking. I can cut in front of the line in Six Flags. My shoes last forever because I don't walk. There's all kinds of good things. I can wear pajamas every single day, go into Walmart, go wherever I want, and nobody can say anything to me. Nobody's going to say anything because nobody cares. I mean, some people do, but nobody's like he's in a wheelchair, man. Jesus, gotta be comfortable. You gotta look at the silver lining and stuff. But I tried to get too personally involved, but the fact is I'm here for you. I'm here for you guys. You want to talk to me. You got a problem? Maybe I can help you. I've had tons of girlfriends. I was a dog when I was a teenager, and I've had plenty of those. Had my heart broke twice. I know what having stepkids is like. I know what being cheated on is like. Um, all the, just the stuff that couples go through, And I don't know. I mean, I am one who I can give some advice on some things. I have been around a little bit. You can't be on this earth for nearly 50 years, just shy of a year, and not go through some shit. So, if I could, would I take all the bad stuff away? Oh, you betcha, and you guys would too. Oh yeah, don't like the bad stuff. So I'm not sure who's on watching right now, but I'll tell you a little joke. You what do you call a nun in a wheelchair? Virgin Mobile. Virgin Mobile. Yeah, that's what you call it. That's what you call her. I'm trying to think of something else. I've got other jokes. I'm just trying to think of something. Um, have you guys ever seen a butthole covered in plastic? Now think about that. Really think about that in your mind for a minute. About a hole, like a donut hole, right? Now a donut is small; it's not connected to anything. Your butt is huge. You can't wrap around the butthole. It's not possible. Well, if you give me your driver's license, I'll show you one. Now, that's a joke. Please remember that. You're not a butthole. Now, the real way they say it is hole. Okay. Uh, so be sure you know this person and don't say this to somebody you don't formally know or you could get your butt kicked. But it's just like, hey, you ever seen an asshole covered in plastic? Show me your license, I'll show you one. I heard that and I about died laughing. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, you can't do that. It's physically, I know physics a little bit. You know, the Newton's law, I know physics a little, and that's not possible. But it is in that case. Now there are there are some people out there with driver's licenses who are buttholes, attitude wise, and they're wrapped in plastic. They're pictured. So, in a sense, you can wrap a butthole in plastic. Maybe some puns. Did you guys know that to bears, campers are the soft tacos of the woods? Yep, yep. You got your tent and you zip yourself up in those nice little tight sleeping bag. You might as well be a soft taco or a combo burrito, some shit like that. Well, we broke the 2 hour mark, guys. Holy crap. I haven't broke the 2 hour mark and I don't know when. So it is now after 5. Normally, I would not be going live right now. I would be getting close to my bed, getting everything ready, getting in bed, staying up to about 10:30, 11, watching TV, and then going to sleep. But I'm going to try to pull a fairly long live tonight. We're already fairly long compared to what I'm used to lately, over 2 hours. But yeah, shoot, guys, you got any questions? I know how to work on. I know some things about carpentry. I know how to work on small engines, lawnmowers. If you have any questions, just ask. Uh, if you have any questions about rocket science, I am not your guy. That's on another station, another channel. But yeah, I can tell you how to build a table. I know you need fuel, fire, spark, air to make an engine run, a combustible engine. Um, yep. And, see, I know some things, but not everything. One thing I was trying to think about, I can't remember what the heck the name of it is, though. Compression. Yeah, you need compression in an engine. Yeah, I had to think about that. That has been so long since I took that class. Decompression. Now, if I can physically get my hands on a motor right now, you can't get this lawnmower to run. I will make that lawnmower run for you. 100% guaranteed. Guaranteed. It could be a piston ring. You could have broke the crankshaft, or um, you could have. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that could go on wrong with it. That you could have burnt the engine up. Like, I'll tell you the secret a little bit to, let's say you're out front, you're in your yard. You got to push more. Okay. Now you pull the rope and it goes, blah, 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 blah. You can tell it's pulling the motor. It's not seized up. The motor's turning. The motor's turning. So your rope's fine. The engine's turning, so you're not locked up. But nothing's happening. So from that point on, what you got to do, you just got to start checking off things. So let's check your air filter, right? If your air filter is so dirty that it's literally clogged and black and thick, your engine might not be getting enough air to the engine to start. Okay, let's say that's fine, right? Let's say if it's fine and it's like white or maybe kind of a brown, but it's not filthy or nothing, then that's not your case. If it is, you know what I'm saying, really clogged and stuff, that could be your case. Okay. Then check your spark plug. Pull the spark plug out. Look at the bottom of it. What does the spark plug look like? Is it just caked with hard black, like corrosion looking, just horribleness? Is there any metal showing at all? If there's metal showing, it's not a spark plug. Usually, if there's metal showing, usually not that. Now, and then okay, let's say that's good. You put that back. So fuel, fire, air. Okay, you got to make sure there's gasoline in it. You got to make sure that there's gasoline in it. Definitely make sure there's oil in it, because if it does start and you don't have any oil, you're going to blow your friggin' engine. If there's gas, then we know if there's fuel, we know that's not the problem. Okay, if the spark plug's fine, that's not the problem. If Air filter's fine. That's not the problem. The engine's turning. That's fine. Um, but it is going to be, uh, it's going to be one of them. You're either going to have a clogged up air filter, or okay, well, there's another one. There's a thing called a fuel bowl on a mower, on a push mower, on a tractor, big tractor, on a riding lawnmower. There's a fuel bowl. All it takes is something as big as a grain of sand to stop your push mower from running. A grain of sand. That's small, right? Yeah. So you need to, when you, every summer, the best thing to do is just take out that filter. I don't care if it looks great. Get rid of that filter. They're not expensive. Replace the air filter. Replace the spark plug. Replace the gas with new gas. Replace the oil with new oil. Replace everything like that. Check out your pull start rope. If it's worn out, get a new one. Your blade, you're probably going to want to get your blade sharpened. They're not hard to take off. Just precautionary thing, unplug the spark plug. It's probably not, going to even happen, but just you don't want the thing starting and then cut your hand off. So unplug the spark plug. Just even though it's overkill, just unplug the spark plug. Then take off the blade. So like I said, I can tell you guys a lot of information. If you have any questions for me about something, just ask me. And there's things that I know that I'm just not thinking up right now. If you ask me, maybe I can remember, oh, I did that one time. Those mowers are pretty freaking easy though. And believe me, you can save yourself some serious money just by doing it yourself. If you have the money and money's not an option, you just don't give a crap. They just take it and have them do it. But if you want to save some money, then do it yourself. Chessmates. I know some things about guns. I know how to shoot rifles, and stuff. They're pretty simple, really. We had a Marlin 22 rifle when I was a kid, 13, 14, 15. And it's kind of like a musket, sort of like there was the barrel the bullet comes out of, but underneath that, there was a little thing you just unscrew. Looks like a little barrel, but you unscrew that and you pull this little pipe thing out. And then you just go the butt end of the bullet. You just start sliding them down this little tube, and a 22 Marlin rifle will hold, I know for sure, around 14 bullets. And that thing had a hair trigger on it. It'd be pretty much semi-automatic, pretty much. And what you would do after the bullets are in there, then you replace that little that long slide thing, and you just twist it, locks into place. There you go. I had a bolt action 410 shotgun. You have birdshot, which is the tiny little balls, the tiny little ones. You have buckshot, which is the bigger ones. They're more like ball bearings. And then you have buckshot. Buckshot is just one piece of freaking solid metal or whatever it's made out of, copper, whatever. And Like if you're, it depends on what you're doing. You know what I mean? Um, Birdshot, I mean, I don't know. Birdshot is like if there's something remotely in front of you and you want to hit it, use birdshot. You're going to hit it. Some of those are going to hit it. Buckshot, you got to aim a little more, aim a little bit. Buckshot, you definitely have to aim. Like if you're going to go hunt a deer, right? Ideally, you would probably want to use a buckshot. Now, deer hunting, you probably want to use a rifle. Depending on like how close you are to this thing. If you're 20 foot, from this thing, just put that slug in him. He's done. He's done. One of the guns that people use, which kicks like a mule. I mean, you better be holding it tight. Is a 30-06 bolt action. Ooh, does it kick? It'll put a hole about, I don't know, 3.5, 4 inches on one side and just open up the side of the deer on the other side. It is a beast. Because the worst thing you want to do is shoot an animal. And they are pretty animals. Is shoot a deer, right? And then it goes out and it just slowly dies throughout the day. That's cruel. It's cruel. You don't want to be cruel. You want to put that animal down quick. You don't want to sit there and just make something suffer. That's not cool. There's a 30-30 Winchester or other kinds of guns. 30-30 is pretty mean itself. It doesn't have that kick that the 30-06 has, but it'll definitely put something down. 30-06, you can be less picky with how good your aim is, because it's gonna really put a hold through them. I knew a guy when I was a kid who went deer hunting with a 22 pistol. A pistol. I mean, most people wouldn't even consider hunting with a 22 rifle. This dude, he was a logger. His name was Roger Edmond. This when I was a kid. So, yeah, that's a long time ago. So I can say his name, Roger Edmond. Really nice dude. I was like, oh my gosh. And he actually did kill some with it. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's talent. That's some practice. He's actually the one that when I was a kid, I shot the 30-06. It was his. And I thought my shoulder was going to come off. Freaking hurt. Now, let's talk about shotguns. There's 4 10 gauge, right? Well, like I had. There's 12 gauge, 10 gauge, 20 gauge. Here's the thing. The lower the gauge, the more badass the gun. 20 gauge, 12 gauge, okay. 10 gauge, damn. They have a 4 gauge. I'm not even kidding. The barrel on this thing looks like a freaking cannon. You would have to pay me a lot of money to shoot this thing. A 4 gauge. That is insane. That is insane. Look online, 4 gauge shotgun. Look at this thing. Compare the 4 gauge to like a 20 gauge. You won't believe it. It's a monster. It shouldn't even be a thing. I mean, you want to go elephant hunting? There you go. You could definitely take down a moose and an elk. You can take down an elephant, a giraffe, a rhino. You can take down a hippo. It's a 4 gauge shotgun. The thing is a beast. I saw that. I didn't know it existed. But I'm telling you something. Yeah. I don't want to shoot one of them. Let's see if we got any comments here. We're going to look at my phone. No, we just got one watching. What it says. One watching. So I'm hoping 2 hours 20. We're nearly 2.5 hours into this. So I'm hoping, like I said, this is kind of the calm before the storm and people come in and they do their thing. I'm in a real tolerable mood. So if we get trolls, I don't really care. I'm not even going to report them, I don't think. I think I'm just going to let them say what they want to say. They stay in here for a while. They're just giving us watch time. So, See, that's what they don't realize is they're helping you out by being like that. They're helping you out. They can't help themselves but to be like that. They're like the bad gremlins, right? So we talked about guns, motors, relationships, all the crap that's wrong with me, all kinds of stuff. So if you are there, the one who's watching, and you want to talk about something, throw it at me and let's see what we can do. If you have a problem or something you fixed or something maybe you just want to talk about, I got you your back. I'm gonna raise myself up. I'm going to move my legs around a little bit, keeping the blood flow. I don't know if you were the same one earlier, but it's been watching. But yeah, I've had 2 blood clot scares and could have died both times, and don't really want to do that. So we're gonna keep these legs moving. Here we go. Oh, that's good. See, this wheelchair has a 12-inch seat elevator, which means you sit in the sitting position, and the thing just goes up, and you're still in the sitting position. I can reach cabinets faster or easier, ones that I normally couldn't. So up like this, I may be 5'6" or something. Maybe, I don't know how tall I am. Maybe a tad taller, but you're pretty much, if you want to feel more human, you raise it up and you can look at somebody in the eyes and talk to them. I haven't stood up and talked to somebody right in their face, right in their eyes, and by myself and forever. So it's a nice thing. You can reach cabinets, you can talk to people eye to eye. You can do this. You can swing your legs around like a little kid on a park bench. You literally makes you feel like I got a little kid on a bar stool or something. Because right now my legs are literally just swinging like with this. I can do this fast enough, even though I can't walk. There's enough muscle there to swing it back and forth. And literally until I feel the burn. And when I feel that, then I'm like, okay, I'm freaking done. I'm tired. So I just put my feet plate back down, and then put my feet back on the feet plate. I got to raise myself up, and I got to take the feet plate they're like this against the chair and go like this to get them out of my way so I can swing my legs. So there's a little bit of a process to it, but it's so fast. I've got LED headlights. I've got I've got tail lights, blinkers, and hazards, and a USB port behind the controller. I can charge my phone. I can plug in a USB lantern or what the heck ever else I want that's USB and charge the thing. So this is like the Cadillac of the wheelchairs. I can lay back completely flat. The feet go all the way up like that. It's just an amazing chair. If you have to be in a wheelchair, this is a Permobile F3. I had a Permobile F5. Now with an F5, you can stand up. You can literally stand up. It has actuators like this. So what happens is, say you're sitting down and you get your feet on the feet plate. You're sitting just like a normal chair. Your feet are on the feet plate. There's this thing called a knee block. And it fits down in this hole. And it's got these it's like almost like hands, and they hold your knees in place. Well, you go over to your controller and you hit the stand up button, you hold it down. It literally folds your body up to a standing position. And you can roll around. It's only about 1.5 miles an hour that you can do this. And you don't want to do it on really, really unlevel ground or you can fall over. But you can literally go grocery shopping and be something on top shelf you can't reach, and you can literally just stand up and grab it. Now, it was 7 miles an hour. This one's 6.5 miles an hour. Now, this one's a little bit lighter. This one's about 20 pounds lighter, I think. But and this one's still 403 pounds, just the wheelchair, guys. So the good part about these wheelchairs is that they're really maneuverable and they do a lot, but they're freaking heavy. I can push my wheelchair van, which is over 3,000 pounds, with this chair. It's a beast. Now, but like, it's if you can walk and you just need a wheelchair every now and then, don't get one of these. Do not get one of these. Get you something small and compact that you can. They make them like they make little mobility scooters or wheelchairs. They just come apart and you throw them in the back of your trunk. So, like me, I have to have a wheelchair. I can't walk anymore. There is no putting weight on my legs. Even if I couldn't walk anyway because my ankles have seized together. Like, well, not this leg and this leg seized together, but the Achilles tendon has literally, for me just having my legs crossed and just put up on the feet plate all these years, I didn't know it. I didn't even know it was even happening to me because I couldn't walk. So, who's going to notice? It's like being in a vehicle, driving down the road and it pulls to the left. Well, you're not going to know it pulls to the left unless you drive the damn thing. Well, I don't walk, so I didn't know my ankles were seizing up. So that's a crazy thing right there. Good news though, there is surgery for it, where I can lengthen my Achilles tendon and stuff like that. And worst case scenario, if they do cure what I have, he said it could definitely impede your walking if they ever fix you when you do that surgery. So worst case scenario, feet might have to come off. And you just get, some, what do you call it? Those fake, like a fake foot and a prosthetic. But hey, I'll take a prosthetic. If I can walk around, I'll take a prosthetic any day of the week. No problem with me. Oh man, only about this like hear my chair swinging my legs. 2 hours and 35 minutes. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know. We're not going to go for a really, really long time. But I definitely, I don't know. It's like fishing. You got to be patient. I'm hoping to catch somebody that's going to come in and want to have a conversation. You're appreciated for being here. So remember that. I do really appreciate you so much. But it'd be nice to, oh yeah, just talk, just have a conversation. Makes it go by faster. Oh man, I'm telling you. Yeah, normally I would have already been heading towards that bed, getting ready to watch TV. About 9:30, 10:30, 11, whatever. Well, I know we shared it out, so I know that. Is there other place we could share this thing out at? I don't really think so. There's Reddit. Can I share it out at Reddit? Subreddit doesn't exist. Great. Fabulous. Let me see if I can post a Tumblr without it messing with me. Ah, jeez. Nope, it's going to ask me for all that crap, and it doesn't take it. Like, I've got the username and stuff. Well, I'll tell you one thing, guys. It does look kind of cooler. The lights look cooler when the lights start going down. But yeah, my nephew, niece, sister, future brother-in-law, they are in Branson, Missouri. Went to Silver Dollar City this evening. And then to a motel. Get up in the morning, they'll head back home. Tonight it's just me and my mother here. And I just figured, you know what? The videos have been kind of scarce lately. Not because I've wanted them to, just because we haven't been able to do, just haven't had the ability to do certain videos that we want to. 1 second. Okay, guys. Back. Okay, I think I might have just lost one person. No, somebody's still watching. It's me out there, though. Yeah, I think there's, you see the little shape of a person in white, and you see the big person. It's just the outline of a person. But this one's, the little one's in white. So I think what happens is it says one, and then the smallest little shape of a head and shoulders is in white. That's two, actually. I haven't understood that since I've got on here, but I need to really actually need to search that and see what's going on with that. I told my mom I was going to do a 24-hour live stream. She was about to kill me. Yeah, we ain't going that long. No. I'm too old. It's too long a time to be going live. Go live for 24 hours, and then you're dead. Not doing it. Not really. I wouldn't die, but it wouldn't feel great. Chessmates. That was a good 10 minutes of moving my legs back and forth, so I know that's good. And I did it earlier, and I've been shaking my feet. I'm sitting here, so my circulation should stay good in my legs. I'm also a stand-up comedy fan, big time. I am one who believes that if you go to a comedy show and you get your feelings hurt, then you shouldn't have went there in the first place. Because I think people need to do research when they think, oh, let's go to a comedy club. Hold your horses. If you get your feelings hurt easy, if there's something horrible you went through in your life, chances are that comedian is going to make fun of that situation or joke about it. So you got to understand that those guys are just comedians. They just joke about it. Like, it's like when Will Smith went up and slapped the crap out of Chris Rock. He was totally in the wrong. He wasn't trying to be mean. He didn't even know about the condition that his wife had. So, when you go in there, you literally are giving up your rights to have an opinion, or you are. Now you have every right to walk the hell out. You pissed me off. I hate what you said. I'm leaving. That's fine. You're the one that lost out on. You paid the money. You didn't get the full show. That's on you. But there are things that they joke about. They're not freaking funny. I'll be real with that. They're not funny in a normal setting. But in that setting, they're freaking hilarious. And it's just like, you gotta think about this. Humans are not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Think about how many stupid, wrong, immoral thoughts that have went through your brain. Think about that. And I guarantee you they have thoughts that you would never do, but they went through your head. Okay? It's just like when you're a comedian, they're joking about it, but they know it's not a joking matter. They're just trying to get you, they're trying to get you to relax for a while, kick back, and just laugh about life's bullshit. That's all they're trying to do. I love them. Like, now lately, some of these people have been called out. Louis C.K., redheaded guy, did some things in front of women, used his power, he was doing a sexual kind of thing in front of these ladies, and it was not cool. So he got called out, and he is no longer at the top of the list. Very funny man, too. Cosby, oh yeah, he's gone. Prison time. Well, I'm gonna let him out. I don't think that they should have ever let Cosby out of prison. You can't drug all these women and rape them, and then I think it should be the death penalty. I'm just gonna be completely straight up honest. You took a woman's it's like you took part of her soul. You stole that from her, and you had no right. So there are some comedians that have really screwed up, but most time they're just funny people who, honestly, they actually joke more about their own misery than they do other people's. You're probably not gonna find a comedian. You might find some, but most comedians have had miserable freaking lives, or some miserable things happen to them, and they joke about it. There's one guy who has cerebral palsy, and Josh Blue, and instead of being upset and down in the dumps about having the cerebral palsy, he has a beautiful Asian wife and is a very, very funny comedian, and he jokes about his cerebral palsy. See, he even jokes around about if I lose my cerebral palsy, I don't have a job. There's one guy that's in a wheelchair like me, in a manual in a power wheelchair, who cannot get himself around. He has two buddies that go and row with him, and they're like a group, right? They're like a team. Um, One of the funnest comedians I've ever seen in my life. Being in a wheelchair or having cerebral palsy is like you actually have something over the rest of the comics, because people they joke about their misery. Well, are the problems that are in their life is being in a wheelchair or having cerebral palsy, is that a wonderful thing to deal with? Hell no, it's not. But think about how much money Josh Blue has made. It's insane. So like it's like me. If I wanted to be a comedian, I'm already one step in the game because I already got a foot in the door because I'm in this freaking thing. So all I've got to do is come up with a set, some jokes about being in a wheelchair. And it's a little more difficult than that, but it's pretty much it, you know. So yeah, I love stand-up comedy. I think I'm the only one in the family who does, to be honest. I'm just kind of out there like that. That's just me. My dad was kind of like that. Well, show who's ever in the stream some love here. I do want to give a big shout out to somebody, and that's Brooklyn Chick. Brooklyn Chick. She's on YouTube. Check her out. Brooklyn Chick, who lives in Brooklyn. Yes, she does. Brooklyn Chick. Um, she collects Hot Wheels. That's one cool thing about her. She collects dolls, real dolls. She collects Hot Wheels, which is amazing. Which is cool. I mean, she has a whole wall of these things. They're amazing. Yeah, Brooklyn Chick is a cool person to talk to. Also, Abandoned Boys with a Z at the end. Abandoned Boys. Um, F like Ford, M like Mary. FMF Films. It's this group of black guys, and they're funny as heck. There's they they can rap. They're very funny and comical when they do all these comedy skits and stuff. So Abandoned Boys. So his name's Corey, and FMF Films. Corey, he's black. He's a black man, and he in FMF Films, those boys, they grew up together, and so both funny, amazing. Now Corey has a different channel now, but I can't freaking remember what the name is. Um, but check him out, guys. Check him out. Check out Mad Vlad, MADDVLADD, Mad Vlad. Awesome gamer, uh, funny as hell. It says Mad Vlad. He acts like he's mad a lot of the times, which is part of the gig. It's a joke. Um, so check him out. He's done a lot of horror games. He's done. There's a whole thing. There's a whole like 5 or 6. They're called Bigfoot, and you go with your friends or by yourself, and you get to hunt down Bigfoot. But this Bigfoot is not like your friendly. No, he will eat you and slap you in the next week. He's not a nice creature. He's more like a werewolf, pretty much. He's not nice. But check them out, guys. And Daz Gaming, DAZ Gaming, he's in the UK. Check him out. Guys, I'm going to get off here. We're nearly 3 hours in. I would say that's good enough for tonight. So, love you guys. Whoever is on here watching, you're a rock star. Thank you so much. If I could give you a gold star, and I would. I'm going to end this bad boy right now. So thank you for watching and leaving your device running, whatever it was. It was appreciated more than anything. So keep hanging in there with me, and I promise you it's going to get a lot funner than it is now. Peace, love, and Pringles.